John says, I'm worried about the water consumption of AI and how many places are facing drought. So the water thing's interesting. Look into it. I'm not going to get into details here, but the water consumption is a bit of a red herring. I don't know where it came from. But water, most AI systems now, so most data centers are closed loop. So it's non-destructive. You put water in, but it's in pipes and it goes around, it cools the systems, and then it's dumped into a reservoir. And then that water is cooled back down and then it's sent back around the computers. So it's a closed system. Very few use non-closed systems now. So the water usage is a bit of a red herring. I don't know where it came from. I'd be very interested to know. What is a problem is electricity. So it's power generation and electricity. It's not water. Water is not the problem here. The problem is you need to cool all that water down, which requires refrigeration, which requires electricity. It also just the huge amount of electricity to train and then a smaller amount to use the models afterwards. So electricity is the biggie. That said, and we have to be careful here because obviously I'm pro AI, so I'm going to say certain things, but we need to be very aware that there are real issues with electricity and the environment with AI. Right now, global IT as a whole, it's information technology, which includes AI, uses about 1.5% of the world's power. That's not insignificant, but it's relatively small compared to our other uses of electronics, like using them in our house, for example. There's a breakdown of electronics and IT is relatively small. It's 1.5%. AI will push that. So the current, it's a UN report. It's the UN Power Agency. Let me find, I don't know what it's called. United Nations. Oh, the UNRIC, I think it's called. I'm not going to find it now, but there is a report on how much energy artificial intelligence is going to take. Potentially AI is going to double the IT sector. So right now it's 1.5%. It could double in the next few years to 3%. That is a huge doubling. The amount of energy used in IT is massive in a short space of time, but it's still only 3% of the global usage. So we do need to look at other uses of electricity. We do need to look at other uses of water as well. So that's the other problem with the water question, is that AI doesn't really use water destructively, but there are plenty of other industries that use a huge amount of water. Meat production is a big one, for example. So we have to look at our other uses of energy, our other uses of water, and compare them to artificial intelligence. So watching me on TikTok right now, that's using a lot of electricity. Me producing this content, using a lot of electricity. Scrolling TikTok uses a lot of electricity. And you can argue that it is a less valuable use of electricity than using AI for certain purposes. Obviously, it depends what you're using AI for. But these are big questions that we need to talk about, that we need to work out, but we need to know the facts. And it is not water usage. Water usage is a red herring. It's electricity usage. And then electricity usage is relatively small compared to our global usage, but it is growing very quickly. So we need to work out what to do about that. And that is a much bigger topic. And then Andy, the follow-up is, I'm worried that fascist leaders will harness AI to take advantage of us all in the future. This is why we need to learn and use AI ourselves. We need to make sure that we, as people, as non-fascists, we need to make sure that we have a grasp of this technology. People who are disadvantaged, people who are in groups that aren't in control, need to know as much as possible about this technology and not allow the fascist governments to control this technology. It's a really big, important thing. It's like allowing the internet into the hands of one group and not another group. So it's important that people have this access to this. This is actually, so I mentioned Hannah, my friend who runs an event every month here in London. She has a conference in October, It's called AI for the Rest of Us. So I'm going to read her thing. It's AI community for everyone, no jargon, no hype, no confusing terminology. We provide an AI learning experience like no other through a fun, inclusive and accessible community and events. Her specific thing is making sure that we can get AI into the hands of as many people as possible, because it is such a powerful tool and we can't allow the baddies to have it, basically. We need goodies to have it. I'm simplifying it a lot, but no, Andy, don't apologize. Andy is apologizing for his paranoia. No, this is a huge technological sweep. It's going to change a lot of things. And there are problems that come with that. Absolutely. There are great benefits that can come from it, but there are also huge problems that could stem from it as well. So we need to balance that as well. It's the same with any technology of this importance, that we need to ask these questions. And we can't just blindly use it. but also we don't want to be in a position where we stick our heads in the sand and allow other people to take the power away from us. So don't apologize. These are very important questions.